Hello everyone and welcome back to Ravenhollow. We're still in the middle of winter, but overall I think we're doing okay. The Bailey looks really nice and we have a good amount of space in here to expand further. One thing that I think I need to start micromanaging a little bit for whatever reason is the production of food. Because I have noticed we went down to 1 and Osmond, for whatever reason, really just wants to do some research. Even though technically his priority should be... Where is he actually? Wait, when did that reset? Okay, I guess not. Yeah, he will remain our cook, even though he doesn't have the highest priority. Maybe I reset that at some point. Alright. Technically, William is a better cook. However, he is also the best miner that we currently have, which is, at this rate is not a lot, but it's, it's what we have. So we also need to make sure that all of this stuff gets actually transported away. And that also means that Abel needs to keep building a bit more of that overall furniture that we've decided to create. All right, let's make sure we're prioritizing this. Does barley actually fall on the seats? Maybe it doesn't. We still have a ton of storage over here, so they should really bring this over. Also going to make sure that none of this stores anything but food. And you know what? Maybe we won't place these two, because we're already mining a little area out down here before we're even digging into the bigger root cellar. We're going to see how far we can push this and how quickly we can push this. But, future worries. I also want you to construct the shelves over here, because that is for any kind of clothing material, textiles, which will be good to get off the floor, not because it decomposes, but because I think this way we have a bit more storage available for, well, making things. All right, here we go. That's the last shelf. I'm going to make sure that everything is set to the highest priority to be carried around and put where it needs to be. And I think it would actually be kind of nice to get a couple of wooden chests on the go. Simply so, again, we can clean up this a little bit more and make better use of our space. Should we unlock the wooden chests? I think cartography might be a bit more meaningful, because then we can start trading, which, well, I think help us out a ton, because it would be nice to get some animals on the go that will be around for, producing things for us, such as milk and wool and, the like. All right. For whatever reason, harvesting still for some of these means just to take down the bushes. I don't want that to happen. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Cartography first, and then I think we can look into fermentation next, just so we can also consider bringing some alcohol online moving forward. Now, we don't have a good space to put a cartography table down. So for now, we're keeping it on the outside. That's just what it is. And I completely forgot about our smokehouses. They will actually be extremely useful. So we'll place down 2 of them already, because they can preserve our meat much, much longer. All right. Then cartography table, like I said, we're placing you, I guess why not place you like this? So we have a bit more space back here. And then Abel is still constructing stuff. He is putting in actually the staircase over here. Okay. Okay. I'm not against that. Now he is sleeping. Okay, it is nighttime, so fair enough. Fair enough. We also have still a few limestone bricks that we could utilize in order to augment our wall over here. but 33 of them is not a ton. So maybe not quite yet. I mean, we could start building this out a little bit and make that into like an interior defensive area. But yeah, I don't quite know. I don't quite think we need that just yet to get it done. What would be probably a bit more meaningful is if we're going in our research and look into our defensive structures. And they are... I don't know where they would be. Here, defensive structures. There we go. Reinforced door. 10 iron ingots. That we could buy. That shouldn't be too much of a hassle. And technically we do have some gates that we could be utilizing later on. Large gates, and then the portcullis should be somewhere in this tree as well. But I guess future worries. Strategic structures, what are you? Rally point, okay. We have a war table and a large bell. Yeah, there's a lot more to explore. But, you know, future worries, absolutely. Let's have you prioritize the hauling first. I don't know if you can actually haul more than when you are picking stuff up. What is all of this? Oh, a lot of dung. We could also consider trying to tame the goats over here. So why don't we give that a go? Because I think our current animal handler doesn't have a lot of stuff to do. At least not really. So once we have the goats, we might be able to, you know, we don't have to buy them, basically. Although it will take a lot longer to tame them than it will to do anything else. Alright, sturdy winter clothes. We have good winter clothes, so I think we want to destroy... Wait, why do we have still flimsy stuff? This is all the tainted stuff. Okay, that makes sense. And then I guess these are mutually exclusive. So let's change that to that. And yep, we do have the material to do the deconstruction. So our tailor can get to work. Who are you? You're a druid. We currently do not have anything for you to do. All right. I know you're building up the wall over there, but let me go ahead and prioritize at least one of the smokehouses to get this done. With the cartography table in, we could actually just put a rally point, not a rally point, a caravan point here. But I think long term, we want to move the rally point much closer to our front door. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Caravan halt. We keep calling it a rally point. Obviously it is not. Here we go. Not too bad a position, even though it is quite, actually, we do have the space up here. So why not put it right next to there instead? Okay. Might make a little bit more sense. Osmond is doing research. Oh, okay. He's done cooking, so that is good. We have nothing for you to do. Sorry, mate. Where is Abel actually going? Oh, he's still constructing this first, I guess. Oop. Didn't mean to zoom in this much. Good, the smokehouse is coming along. And then we're setting this up, like I mentioned before, so that we can get the smoked meat on the go ASAP. Do this forever. Absolutely. I don't know why I just zoomed in. I guess that's fine. We're going to copy the smokehouse over here because it has the same settings now. Much better. And then we're also going to copy that into this corner. Didn't mean to make it as big, but I want to set you to store from the material, raw material. Actually, unselect everything, but want to have you to store some sticks and set you on a high priority because that will fuel our smokehouse as well as our kitchen in there. for production. Right, considering you don't actually have enough meat to do any of the smoking, I think it is time for us to go fishing again. If we have some fish left. There are some over there. We just need to make sure that we have a bit more food available for our settlers to survive winter. No fish in our little pond up here. I guess that makes sense. Speaking of, one thing that we should also really do now is place down a well just in case there is a fire. That would be technically the next step after the Bailey is in. Now, they are close to this lake here, so you would imagine they would just be able to take out all the water that they need for technically cooking and whatnot. But, you know, let's try to be a little bit more sensible about this. All right. Spare room was flagged. Actually, he is done with digging this out. Awesome. We're going to keep it simple. Just put down some wooden walls. It is so dark right now, which is probably just because my room is super bright at the moment. All right. If we're doing all of this, we should also be able to, well, we should probably just set the middle one to be dug out. We're also going to reinforce this entire area with some wooden beams. And that will give us a little bit more storage area for, well, stuff. Again, not entirely sure why it just zoomed me down there, but I guess that's okay. Druid is leaving, that is fair enough. Next morning already. We do have some storage space here still available. I guess none of these were actually set to store some medicine, so let's dedicate one of them to medicine, because that should also free up a little bit more space. I don't quite understand why this is not being high prioritized to be set in here. Herbs. Or why these saplings are not being placed into the seed area. Something weird is still going on with the game. Now, I feel like I had less trouble like this during the early access. But I guess it is just what it is. Right, Abel is still constructing all of this. Good. He's taking the next bits and pieces. Awesome. And as he is building our support. Now, did we need all of this support here? Don't think so. But it's a good starting point. Later on, we can still expand this. I'm thinking storing alcohol and maybe fermenting ingredients, because it shouldn't be as cold here as it is anywhere else. But yeah. Again, just thinking out loud. Okay. Might also be worthwhile digging this out. Although rats shouldn't actually be able to go through the limestone. And now that I also look at this, because this is only one level above, I think what makes more sense here is if we're removing this and put our storage solution actually on this side here. We can still turn this into a small frontal room or frontal facing room. So I'm not too worried about that. Gonna make this a little bit bigger as well again. And so this will be a path, which means this will be a wooden beam. This will be a wooden beam, and so on. Gonna add one more wooden beam in here. 3 levels of digging out this way. Gonna leave the outside here to not be mined away, just so we are a bit on the safer side. And that already shows me I need to put another row here, because again, keep in mind the very outside of all of this will be walls. So yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. All right. You're still doing research. We are short on food. Is our... Oh, Alan is taming an animal. And of course they ran far, far away. Because I guess why wouldn't they? And they also split up. Excellent. Let's have a look. 27% tamed already though. 74% tamed. We might actually be able to pull this off where we get our first farm animals to join our donkey in this area and then help us produce stuff for the farm animals. I also now know why he doesn't get trained, because nobody has an animal handling skill of 10, which I guess makes sense. It is very annoying though. All right, next research is available for us to unlock. Could also unlock cooking. Don't need the barrels right now. Terraforming could actually be nice. If we do that, we can build this up a little bit better to get some farmland up here rather than all the way down here. Okay, I like that. So we're unlocking terraforming. Now I only need to find all the soil. Easy peasy, right? Under snow. Let's see. All of this is soil. Okay. Does it actually tell me? It does actually tell me when I hover over it like that. Perfect. Even more. Yeah, we can take down the berry bush. Just gonna go around a little bit. Oh, more soil here. Maybe that will be a good start. What we can also do though is just unlock all the dirt that's kind of scattered around still. Because there should be a good amount. We also have some iron nuggets here, not that we need them. 21 dirt here. Yep, absolutely. And of course, it's going to start snowing now. Oh, look, limestone piles. That's a good amount of limestone piles. Let's grab them while we're at it. Dung, of course. Dung. What are you guys? Iron nuggets and wood. Maybe that's kind of just good enough. That's probably some dirt, yep. Alright. Let's allow you as well. Settlers are becoming annoyed. Why are you becoming annoyed, mate? Deprived of religious activities. Then go and pray, man. It's right here. Very uncomfortable. We could also try to improve our sleeping situation. However, these are too long, and I think the new beds are 3 long, so we actually need another building space to make that happen. And I think the best one to do this would probably in here, on top of here. And for that, we just need to, I guess we can already prep all of this. And yep, I'm gonna go a little bit overboard. Space already occupied, that makes sense. With all the bookshelves. So let's relocate them. The nice thing about these bookshelves, that is an easy to do thing. Here we go. And once they're all relocated, we're going to do the same that we did over here and spam this middle part with wooden beams. Because I'm hoping to build this up at least 2 more for our settlers to then, you know, work with. All right. Winter clothes have decomposed. That's okay. We do have a few more laying around. You should be okay. Let me double check. Yep, you are wolf pelt. Probably really warm. I'm just assuming. Okay. What is he doing? He's hauling to the stockpile. Why are you not fishing? Because I never set your fish priority on the highest level, did I? You are hungry? Fair. We have only 2 pieces of food left. Please tell me you're going fishing. You are going fishing. Okay, good. Are you not also... You're also our harvester? Ah, too many things to do. Wait, why were you hauling to begin with? Alright, we're gonna set fishing on priority 2. Now we're actually blocking the harvesting from the use of red currant shrubs from cooking. So let's go ahead and have you do fishing after all. Maybe it is also time. Yeah, he is also our hunter. We could just hunt a little bit and make a bit more food that way. Could even go for the sheep up there or goats, whatever it is. Wait, where are you running to? Don't haul to stockpile immediately. Keep fishing first. Right, I'm gonna micromanage him a little bit until we have a little bit of food or fish storage available that Osmond, actually he can just come running and pick it up, which, you know, fair enough. How much fish do we have? Only 4 eels, 6 eels in total. You're not doing a good job at getting stuff out of this. Maybe it's not the best fishing pile. Osmond, I know you're sleeping, but go ahead and prioritize hauling off the eel. That sounds like a bad movie. But that's okay. Alright. Alan, keep on fishing. Good. This one is done. Let's move on to the next one, which I guess is all the way over here. Ah, more eel. Don't like that. Eel don't give us a ton of food. And of course he went swimming through the ice-cold water, because, you know, that's what they do. And then, again, keep on fishing. Once you're done with this fish pile, you can carry stuff back and then go to bed when it's time, basically, or when you're free to do whatever you want to do. But overnight now, I need you to prioritize this. Yeah, I know you want to sleep. Sorry, maid. How is his happiness? Minus 25 from being exhausted. But you're almost done. You can do it. Sometimes a little bit of positive reinforcement does help. Saying stuff like this makes me realize how weird it is what I'm actually saying. Oh good, we have another fishing spot for you. And of course the wolf is going to eat some of our eels. Ah, come on, mates. Okay. Abel, yeah, you can do that. Osmond, go and prioritize hauling this to the stockpile. Actually, you probably need to prioritize this first. And on the way back, we can swing by this one and grab some more things. All right, Ellen is sleeping now. Good. And I think we're going to hunt a deer. I think we have to go hunt a deer. Ellen, sorry. I know you're a little tired. It has to be okay. So let's go hunting. You have unlocked the region map. Okay, good. So they built the cartography table, which I like to see. But it won't help us anything. We currently don't have anyone to spare for this, which I guess is fair enough. Okay, let's go after this one. There we go, perfect. Allow this. Osmond, you're enjoying entertainment? I don't think so. I want you to prioritize the production on this. And you are going after the next deer. Oh, there's some barley over there. Let's also set this to be harvested, even though it's Alan's job to do all of that. That worked out pretty well. I don't know. I think it died because it ran away. But I will take it. Dude, please prioritize carrying it to the stockpile. Alright, we still have the 3 eels over here. Oh, a merchant has arrived. That will also help us. We can probably buy a little bit of food. Abel is still constructing all the remaining things that were outstanding. Should kind of prioritize this. Actually, you're not decomposing. So you find... What? Look at all of this. Why are there 16 herb seeds out here? Merchant is coming in. Maybe it would also be time to really build that merchant stall. Just again, so they don't just keep running around. And we're placing this. Let's actually place this over here for now. I think that's good enough. And William, for whatever reason, Eleanor is trying to go underground. So let's go ahead and have you barter with them. Let's see what you got. Nothing on the way, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not buying that. So not buying that. I guess one defensive one. What is the minimum requirement of ranged level? I actually don't know. Doesn't even say in here. But a crossbow could be really nice to defend against the next attack. So why don't we go ahead and buy one? We still have 1,000 gold. So that's not too bad. Ooh, they're taking weapons. Okay. I'm going to sell you a bunch of these. We're going to keep the spear though. Dagger can go and the birdage. I don't know. They can definitely go as well. The flimsy shields can go. Now, I think we just destroyed one of the big shield in the last defense. So we're not gonna sell you. Alright. And then we're selling or giving you the remaining in gold, 123 gold. It's not too bad. I think all of this makes sense so far. Right, and this should be our initial spear. Yep, that makes sense. This should be our initial short sword. That makes sense. So we definitely don't want to sell the shields. We do have a kettle shield, which is kind of nice. That's a helmet. It's not a shield. I should read better. All right, let's accept that for one crossbow. Where did the crossbow go? I have no idea. At some point, it should show up in one of our weapon stacks, and then we can take it from there. Right. Willem is actually doing a really good job at mining this out. Look at that. Don't think we're gonna finish our root cellar in this episode, but overall, let's copy this stuff and paste it here. Overall, I think we're doing okay. If Osmond only could just not sleep and really prioritize the production. Oh, Alan became rebellious because I made him do too much. I guess that makes sense. Where are you running to? Oh, we don't have any fuel in there. Okay. Let's prioritize the hauling of this. We're prioritizing a lot of hauling, and I don't think anyone is still a hauler. So we could actually set William up. Yeah, let's have him do the urgent hauling, and I'll try to be a little bit more careful with what I set up to be hauled. Osmond, what are you doing? What is still missing? One fuel. Could you just please... Hold on. Let me allow this. It didn't work. Let me try it again. Here we go. And now set you to, well, first cancel. And then let's try this again. Hopefully you pick up this one. Good. So you don't have to go this far. I know you're exhausted, but I think you also would just want to have some food tomorrow morning. Right. We do have some meat left. Where did they actually take in the deer? They did. Good. All right, with that deer and the remaining meat, we might actually be okay in terms of food production. Maybe. All right. Let's have a quick look at the region map. The next place is actually not that far away. Oh, they are friendly. Will that stay? I'm surprised one of them is friendly already. We have a bunch of neutrals around, the hostile ones permanently hostile and just a bit hostiles. They are furthest away actually, so that's not too bad. Let's maybe go to our friendly people and see what they have to sell. We can actually take Balto with us. That's pretty good. Send out William and let's see what he is going to take. We'll take... what do we have? Where's our clothing? We have no leftover clothing, I guess. Alright, so we're going to take all of our money. And we need some food supply for you. 470? Okay, we cannot send you. Anyways, with that, I'm actually going to call this an episode. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.